Hey guys, it's Hrhphd here, and this is the tutorial for Spies. Now if you have not seen the performance, please click on the link right here. Okay, so this is how the trick is done. You can choose any 4 cards. I chose the 4 fours, and you choose one of them. So let's say the 4 hearts. And then you place that one on the top of the deck. Then you take the other 3 and you place them at the bottom, upside down. And what you do is you take one and you place it there, then another, place it here, and then another, just so they're slightly spread out. Okay, so then you have the 4 fours upside down at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so this is your setup. 1 4 on the top, and at the bottom, the 3 fours turned over. Okay, now you're ready to start the trick. What you're going to do is you're going to ask the spectator to say stop, and when you do that, you're going to be having these 3 fingers here and your thumb here, and you're going to riffle through using your other hand, making sure not to show these cards. So you just start back here, say stop, and wherever they say stop, you keep this card and you use your fingers to pull it, and you pull this pack away. So the top card goes here. So it looks like this is the card they chose. I'll show you that one more time. So you hold it in whatever hand you are. So I'm right-handed, so I'll hold it in my right hand. Then you use your left hand to riffle through it on this side. And wherever you ask them to, you say stop, stop. And then you use these fingers to pull it off. And then it looks like that's their card. And you have to practice that and then try to do it really quickly, and it will work very well. Then what you do is you place the top half down and this next to it, and then you place this right here. Okay, and then what you're going to do is you're going to ask them to look at their card and not show you. I looked at it in the performance for the sake of the trick, but you ask them to look at them. While they're doing that, you can just shuffle these together and make it so that the 3 fours are kind of spread out evenly into the deck. Okay, and you'll place that down. And when they've looked at this, you'll say, okay, place it back on top. And you'll place this by the side, and you'll say, okay, we don't need this, and we'll go and start using this. Okay, what you do is then you're going to do the same thing again. You're going to say, okay, well, the card you chose, whatever it is a spy. And a good spy is always everywhere, always to watch their enemy, or something like that. And then you just do that same thing again. You say, so your card's here, and you show it to them, and then you say, okay, say stop. Wherever they say stop, you do the same thing again, and then it's here. So, but you can kind of turn it over when you do that, like this, so it doesn't look, so they can't see you pulling it off like this. And then you can show it, and you say, oh, is that your card? And when they say yes, you say, well, you see, a good spy is always in the place that you're looking. But how can your card be here and here at the same time? Then what you do is you turn it over, and as you place it together, you get a pinky break above their card. And then what you do is you're going to do an invisible cut. Now this is quite hard. What you do is you hold it like this, and you're going to, from the break, you're going to turn it over and bring it back onto the top. But you have to do that really quickly so they don't see. So their card's here. What you're going to do is you have a pinky break, and you just kind of use this hand, you turn it over under the deck, and then you bring it over. And you have to do that really quickly. So if you practice that, you'll be able to do it well. So you just kind of turn it over, and then you say, but your card is a good spy, so it is on the top as well. And then you say, but a good spy can't let you always find him. And then what you're going to do is you're going to just kind of you're going to get a pinky break under the top 2 cards, their card and a random card. And just by doing a whatever you call it, a wrists flick or whatever. And then you'll have 2 cards. And then what you're going to say, but a good spy can't always let you find him. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take it above here and then turn this over and say, because now he's vanished. And then you'll just place it back down. And then catch another break under the top card this time, their card. And then you're going to do a double undercut, okay, to get it to the bottom. So now it's on the bottom. And now, it's on the bottom, you're going to spread out the deck. You following this? Hope so. It's quite a complicated trick. And then you're going to ask them to just tap a card. And say, now, a good spy wouldn't really be found, but if you're magic enough, you will be able to find it. So you ask them to tap a card. Doesn't matter what card they are, because remember, it's on the bottom. There are cards on the bottom. And I promise I did this pretty badly. What you do is you kind of have to get your index finger under their card, and then as you flip it over, you leave the card that they chose, and then they think that this is their card, that the card they chose, and you say, but since I'm very magic, you did find your card, the Four of Hearts. And then you say, well, now that you found him, a spy always has backup to help him out of a sticky situation like this. So what you do is you turn the deck over, this pile, remember their cards are upside down, and you spread it out, and you say, as you can see, 3 cards are turned over, and you take them out, and you say, a good spy always has backup, and you show them the other 3 of that same number. Okay, I hope you understood this tutorial and you liked this trick. If you did, please like, comment and subscribe, and I shall see you next time. Bye.